Hi, Mike the MC, bringing you another self-care video, and this is my weekly reflection for the week, and I'm so happy with the videos I was able to work on. I'm just a little bit under the weather still from that cold, but almost through, and I'm very close, I know, to full recovery, so things are looking good right there. But overall, I was happy with the videos I worked on this week, where I'm trying to come off as more as a natural speaker, where I'm not so much relying on the books or resources per se of something, but that I'm able to develop my voice as a developing YouTuber, where, okay, wow, that's what Mike the MC said. He's starting to sound like he knows what he's talking about. See, and I'm trying to build that rapport with everybody through the channel, the experience, the trust. But overall, I was really happy, and I just got to really reflect this week on things that I was content of, but also things that I was very happy to have in my life. With regard to the videos, my career, my studies right now, no, I'm just pretty happy right now. I can't complain. And I cannot say, oh, am I going backwards or forward in my life? I feel like, I think it's forward, because I just feel the more I get the word out, the more I practice this, the more I'll become a better speaker for people and try to help people get their help they need as a social worker. But then also, the more I practice advocating for people, I just feel like this is going to really help me. So I'm very grateful for that. Now, there were a few friends this week that were wishing me luck as well, because they knew I was sick, but also that they wanted me to really think, okay, as I start my next phase in my school program, which some of you know maybe that I'm going to study as a social worker, I'm really hoping that goes well, because I really think there's something good for me right there, helping clients in the community. And the world always needs help. The world always needs that help. Someone to talk with, someone to bring resources to, housing. And so I guess the theme of this video is, what are you driven by? What is the cause that you want to reflect on? And so I want to reflect on my cause of helping people in my community, maybe even my state, if I'm able to help other people more so along the way. And so even this kind of channel, this will help people spread the word. Once it's shared and subscribed and people start talking about it, I mean, yeah, it'll spread like wildfire. It'll just have an effect on my state. And I think part of it is also, when a counselor, someone has bravery, your advocate, your social worker has bravery to stand out, to say, oh, I don't agree with this, or I do agree with this. Makes you wonder, okay, maybe that is a good counselor. He's sticking up for the client. He wants to help people recover, but I'm not looking to fix problems. I'm just here to listen, and what you need is what you need. And so I think that is a clear distinction between the social worker and someone who's trying to force a situation from recovery. And like even this week, I'm not trying to force my recovery. I'm just trying to allow myself to go through it, post the videos as I go through it. And yeah, so I still have that raspy voice in the last 3 videos, maybe next 2 as they're going to be posted. But it's wonderful. It shows progress. It shows where I've come from. And we all need to always reflect on where we came from. Now, as far as the things that I worked on this week, finishing up my school projects, getting ready for the finals, I think with regard to that, for anyone who's a student right now, don't give up. Finals week is coming through. You will be great. Study well. Now, if you're great at cramming at the last second, okay. But I was never the best crammer, so I can never study like that at the last second to be really great at something. But I think with a little bit of study and effort, you'll be okay. I think also, with respect to studying in this video, people may ask, okay, as a social worker, what do you have to study? Well, there are many things. Counseling, trauma, leadership, even grant writing, of all things, right? But it's good to know all these things so that way you can advocate and help people in your community. And so this is kind of like a like a promo video for social workers, but also like not to give up on that idea that you can help people in your community, and you don't have to be a social worker. You don't have to be Superman, that hero, to be the hero. How many of us have recognized just an ordinary person being a hero in our life? And I think that is a beautiful thing to know too. And the world is made of ordinary people like you and I. And you could say, well, Mike, I mean, all right, sure, you're doing your videos, but I'm also a boss. I run a company. I mean, we're in different financial situations. Okay, fine. But where do you find the worth in helping people? And to me, that's worth more than so much gold, silver, whatever you compare richness to. And to me, growth is helping other people become leaders in their own right. And I cannot complain. I've rambled on, repeated that phrase so many times in this video, I know. But I just feel like, why argue? Why go against the flow of something good? If something's great in your life, feel great about it. Yeah. Don't have to brag. Don't have to say, oh, I'm better than you just because this is happening in my life. That's not happening for you. Mm-mm. To forgive your friend, to forgive your enemy, and to move forward. To forgive and to love and to go forward. That is a hard thing to do. And for me, that's something we all have to practice, I feel. And as social workers, if we're going to help people, we must be willing to work with professionals in our life too, who maybe we've come across, we've crossed, and maybe not a good history, but beyond the history, there's someone in need that needs help. And so my challenge for you all in this video, this reflection, being ordinary folk, being people who want to do something, may want to do something, how can we go beyond a past argument and help someone in need? Maybe it's talking with that friend we haven't talked with in many years, visiting our grandparent, visiting our relative, visiting that person that we know we should spend time with just because we know that they're lonely, that they need someone to talk with. And I'll argue one more point here, that by doing so, you're going to become a much more caring person. Excuse me, you're developing your capacity to love, to care for another person. And when that reflection comes to other people, they'll recognize that. So when you ask that girl out, that guy, when you and your husband and your spouse are having a good time and that care reflects from you to the other person, it's a gift. Now I'll argue this before I closing out the video. If that gift is not respected, give that person time. Maybe they'll come through. Maybe they'll come around. But if there's an abusive relationship, speak with someone, talk it out, try to work it through, because our gifts to people are precious. And when we recognize that we have something to give to people and it's not being acknowledged, we ourselves can walk out of that situation. We always have 2 feet. If the decision, whatever metaphor, to get out of that situation, to say, I'm not going to do this right now, and allow the people to respect my absence. And once my absence is respected and they say, oh, okay, where'd you go? How are you doing? Then you could come back and love the person authentically, for sure. The gift of appreciation is a beautiful gift. And so my gift to everyone here is I'm present for the video, sharing with you all my thoughts. And if my gift is not respected, it's okay. Just come back around, watch the video whenever you want. Don't have to watch, subscribe. It's okay. We all have our favorite channels to watch. And so if this video made something good for you, helped you, inspired you, please share and subscribe. But more importantly, be awesome, be authentic, and go out there and appreciate and be a generous person. So thank you, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.